welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, a stand-up comedy and lifestyle podcast based in Greenville, South Carolina, featuring stand-up comedians, other guests, and spotlighting our local comedy scene. My name's David Bakker. It is the week of September 13th, 2021, and I'm recording this on a Sunday. Very special Sunday because it's NFL kickoff. There's nothing better than NFL kickoff. I'm in a good mood now because I don't know how the Packers did. It's 4:15. The game's about to kick off. So I don't know. I this is going to come out Monday morning, so I hope your team won, and I hope you are having a good start to your week. Today's guest is one of my favorite guests we've had on so far. I know I say this all the time, but today's guest is Jess Cooley. Jess is an Asheville-based comedian. He's been doing it for 3 years. But Jess is somebody I look up to, and he is one of the best comedians I've ever seen, period. He's certainly probably the best local comedian that I've ever seen. And I don't know. I look up to this guy a lot. I'm jealous of how good he is, but he's hysterical, and he's definitely going places. So I encourage you guys to listen to it and actually check out Jess's comedy and go see him live because, again, he is freakishly good at stand-up comedy, and I'll just let the interview. I'll let the interview. We talked about everything. He roasted me a lot, which is fine. But we're fortunate to have guys like Jess and other comics that, are ahead of us, teaching us things. But yeah, he's a good dude, and I hope you enjoy the interview. Before that, though, here's what's going on this week in local comedy. So we have our first open mic tonight, Coffee Underground, hosted by Craig Holcomb and No Expectations Comedy at 7 o'clock. Again, Coffee Underground, no cover there. Get there a little before 7. Immediately following that is Habiba's Mediterranean Restaurant, All Jokes Aside, hosted by Dante Anderson. It's another free show and open mic starting at 8 o'clock. On Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock in Anderson, Electric City Comedy at Doolittle's Bar downtown. We have an open mic, and then our feature comedian is David Zaslav. David was featured on episode 14 of this podcast. So for a free show, that's a pretty great deal if you want to go out and see David Zaslav do extended time. Awesome comic and good one to check out. Wednesday, Radio Room, 8 o'clock, open mic, hosted by Adam Schulte. No cover there. Get out and perform. This Thursday, Jokes Out Loud, we have our 100 for 100 competition. So this is a new format where each comic is going to be doing 90 to 100 seconds of material, so very quick hitting. And then I think there's some audience participation where the comics can win money. So check out Jokes Out Loud this Thursday, 100 for 100. $10 cover there, and should be a blast. And finally, Friday, we have the Liberty Joke Show. It is back. Last week they had a show as well. This is at the Pickens County Performing Arts Center, hosted by Tom Emmons. Squeaky clean comedy show. It's a blast. And if you're a comic and want to perform early, just do your best clean material and talk to Tom Emmons, and I'm sure he'd be happy to have you. Our feature comedian or headlining comedian this week is Cyrus Steele, who I don't know, but I'm sure he's funny. All right, y'all, that's it for local comedy. I hope you have a great day, great week, and here's the interview with Jess. Okay, we're going.
What's up, David?
Jess Cooley, welcome to my apartment.
Wait, you're recording this?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
We're doing it. I'm already in my own head. Jess has already pointed out several things.
David's apartment is substantially smaller than it looks in this podcast.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let everybody know he's not doing as well as you think he is.
Yeah. It's a studio. It's pretty trashed.
We're going to keep you...
And we changed the camera angle. I think that's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one
we
thing.
changed the camera angle to suit me.
You said
and my
Yeah. But you said the main subject of episodes 1 through whatever 20 has been my crotch because of the
The
cameras.
focus of this podcast has been your crotch. Every episode that I've seen, it's like everything's blurry except for your crotch. That's not true.
That's a really brutal thing, when something gets pointed out to you, like you've had lettuce in your teeth for like weeks and everybody's talking about it.
Weeks.
And you just didn't know. And you had like 18 job interviews.
You remember
and
that
you
time?
didn't get any of them and you didn't know why.
Remember
but
that time you had lettuce in your teeth for weeks?
Yeah.
Weeks.
Yeah.
14 days.
How embarrassing.
Yeah. Super embarrassing.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I'm excited. You asked me one
Me
point.
too.
Are you really? Are you really?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I enjoy doing podcasts.
Yeah? Do you do them a lot?
A good bit.
Okay.
Whenever I'm invited to do them.
Yeah. Well, you gave me a hard time for not inviting you sooner.
I was surprised that you hadn't invited me to do it.
Well, the reason for this, and there's like a handful of comedians I would get nervous to ask, is I was nervous to ask you.
Well,
because I look up to you, Jess.
oh, me too.
You're gonna make
I look up to me. I am pretty fucking good.
Yes.
So
you are. I know you're being sarcastic right now, but you are. And I was gonna mention. So I have friends that my one friend Charlie. He and I went to see you at the Flat. That was the first time I'd seen you at a paid show. And we laughed so hard. Like, I'd never seen anybody local kill that hard. And it made me really depressed. Because I was like, I'm never going to be this good.
I've always wanted to be just good enough to make other comedians depressed about their material. Yeah.
Seriously, mission accomplished. Because, and Charlie, I talked to him last night. I said we had this interview scheduled. And he's like, I hate your podcast. But tell me when that one goes up because I'll listen to that one.
Charlie, you're right on the money with your feelings about this podcast. No, that was a good show. Let me be clear. That was a really good show, and I was in the zone, and I was like really rolling with shit that night, and so that was definitely that particular set. I'd say the quality of that set was probably in the top 20 ever
that you've ever done.
Yeah. So you saw me on a good night in a good crowd with a good crowd.
Do you remember every single show? I mean, that's a pretty specific ranking.
I mean,
for the show that I just mentioned.
Listen,
are you obsessed with your own shows?
Oh God, I didn't know this was going to be fucking.
Do you think you're a narcissist?
Do narcissists think they're narcissists? That's a good question.
I wonder if there's such like an advanced level of narcissist to where they like play it off so well that like nobody can tell but them.
Yeah, I mean, I only think I'm narcissistic enough to demand changes to a podcast that I've been invited to do.
In the first 5 minutes.
Not more than that.
Yeah.
Probably just that level.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I remember.
You remember that's fair.
If you named a show, I would remember how it went for sure. But then again, I've only been doing it for like 3 years. So by the time I've been doing it for 15, I won't remember any of this shit or you or this town or anything here. Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah. I can't believe you're still here, man.
I know.
This is a low point
it's weird
for you. Yeah.
Listen, I like to slum it every now and then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. How old are you?
34.
34.
See, did you hear my voice break when I said that? It's a very sad subject.
Yeah.
I'm 34. You're 32?
Mm-hmm.
Literally thought you were 17.
I appreciate that.
It wasn't a compliment.
I know.
Yeah.
I think it's probably because I seem immature and just like I don't know what the hell I'm doing, which I don't.
No, you've just got this like boyish quality to you.
Yeah.
And you're fucking enormous. I can cuss on this, right?
Yeah, sure. You said
you're fucking goddamn enormous, but you still seem like you're 18.
Yeah.
For some reason. So, is that an issue when you go into hospitals to sell them whatever the fuck you sell them?
Is it an issue that I'm tall?
Nope.
That I seem young and inexperienced?
Yeah.
No. Although when I first moved here, you know Greenville well. I mean, you've lived in the South or this area most of your life. Yeah. Southern folks didn't know how to take my goofy kind of, hey, guy. Like, they were like, get the hell away from me.
I think you came in with, hey, guys. I got some fucking
idiot fonts.
I got some beep boop machines.
From the Midwest.
What do you sell?
I sell.
Tell me the truth.
Well, there's safety machines. I sell a thing called the Neptune. You know, the Neptune, god of the sea. That's what it's named after.
Okay.
Looks like a robot.
Or the
sucks up
planet.
Fluid. Or the planet.
Planet, which came first? The god or the planet?
I don't.
No one will
Are you
ever
really
know.
dialed into the Greek, Roman differences?
Do I seem like I'm dialed into the Greek?
You're smart.
Roman?
Don't even say you're not smart. You're you're genius. But yeah.
What's
Anyway.
that? What? 11 minutes in, you already called me a genius? Come on, man.
I'm only going to call you a genius because I'm pissed off if you try that self-deprecating, like, oh, I'm not really a genius.
Dude,
like,
I'm nobody special.
I'm just really focusing on the likability, so I just... Anyway.
17. You look 17.
Okay.
Neptune.
Neptune, really quick.
God
I'll tell
of
you, God of the sea.
Boppets.
The reason we call it that is because it sucks up water, fluid, blood during the case and measures it. Yeah. Yeah. What? This is...
Who had the job of naming this
Okay.
machine, and then they were like, I got it. Neptune. Because we're sucking up blood, you guys.
Marketing, dude.
Jesus Christ. All right. What a fucking
Dude.
weird job.
I agree.
make
Marketing
a
has a
lot of
hard
money?
job. What's that?
You make a lot of money?
Yeah. It's a good job.
It's fucking rolling.
It's really stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem stressed.
I'm stressed all the time. So I picked the most
You
stressful.
don't look well.
I picked the most stressful side hobby ever.
What?
Stand-up.
Comedy?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on. Stand-up's not hard.
Do you get nervous when you go on stage?
No.
No?
No, not
Never?
even a little. This
Have
is
you-
the easiest thing I've ever done.
Oh, shut up. Well, seriously, though, I'm sure you got nervous when you started.
I'm nervous all the time.
You're
man.
nervous all the time.
Obviously a lot more when I first started, and now like I really only get nervous for like bigger shows.
Okay.
Like even the Orange Peel show that I did not too long ago,
Yeah.
I wasn't really nervous for that. But that was the second time that I had done it. The first time I did it, I was scared out of my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time you did it, how long had you been doing comedy?
Oh, geez. It was Valentine's Day of not this past Valentine's Day, but the one before that.
Okay.
So right before COVID hit, it was like fucking 2 weeks later we were locked down, I think.
Yeah. So you were a year in? 2 years in? I'm bad at math.
One of those.
Okay.
Do I count COVID?
I think you can. You were at
Here's
Radio
the thing.
Room.
I think I started in July of 2018. 19, 20, 21. Okay, so if I don't count COVID because I really didn't do any shows or mics over COVID,
Mhm.
I just stayed home and played video games. And so like active stand-up, I've been doing it for like two years and some change.
Okay.
But 3 years in total.
That's nothing.
It's not
For
a
how
long,
good you are.
It's not a long amount of time. I admit that I have been incredibly fortunate in
God-given.
in really no. Dude, I'll show you some tapes of when I first started. It's not good. It's not good. The thing about it though is like I think I've always had good timing, which helped a lot. And I was never scared of any subject. You know what I mean? I would always try. And if I wrote a joke and it made me laugh, I
You were
always
pretty
had it.
confident that was going to...
Yeah, I always have it in my head. If something makes me laugh, I can make them laugh with
Okay.
it. It just depends on how I shape it. Because
Explain to me about good
Yeah.
timing. You said you've always had that. So do you mean... Even when you had no idea about how to do stand-up, you knew, like, in the room with the audience, like, were you, like, not afraid of pauses, not afraid of, like,
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever really been afraid of silence. I've always kind of been able to use it well. But then who knows? If I go back and watch something from when I first started, I want to fucking vomit. So,
But what does good timing mean?
Here's what I'll say. I was told by good comics that I had good timing when I first started.
Okay. So did you know what it meant?
That's how I knew that I had good timing. I didn't know the first thing about comedy or timing or anything. But I was told, you have good timing. I was told by one person, and this is like, I'm not going to say who because I don't know if they would want to be named, but I was told by one particular comic who I admire greatly. They said, I was doing it for like 2 months, and they said, you're as good in 2 months as I was at 2 years. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Because, he didn't have to say that.
Yeah.
That's an amazing thing to say to somebody else.
Yeah.
And it encouraged me a lot. He might have been lying.
Mm-hmm.
I never considered that until this moment. But but I'm pretty sure he meant it.
Isn't that funny how you could talk yourself out of any good thing somebody says?
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I talk myself out of good things all the time.
I've had horrible takes before. Like, man, I was way off.
I've been wrong multiple times.
Yeah.
So who knows?
No, I'm sure that was.
But yeah, getting back to how good I am. Yeah, I don't know, man. And here's the thing: is man, are we we really want to get into this?
Yeah, sure.
The better I get, the less friends I have, and a lot of people were not happy with my accelerated rate of progress in comedy, and a lot of people stopped talking to me, and a lot of people got a bad taste in their mouth about me, and so the number of friends that I had dwindled quickly.
Jealousy?
I think just resentment, not really jealousy, because we're comics, we're all mainly concerned with ourselves. I'm not really jealous of what anybody else has, but I get angry at myself for not being where they are yet. You know what I mean? Is that jealousy? Can you get a dictionary out? It's like, but that's me. Like, I think other people kind of just resented me for getting as good as quickly as I did. Now, I've certainly plateaued. I've not progressed much in the last year, for sure. But, I think I just caught on quickly. Yeah. And wasn't afraid to bomb, which is important.
Do you think that was the biggest, you said you weren't afraid of certain topics and you're not afraid to bomb and good timing.
Yeah.
So do you feel like
I was amazing, David.
You were going at it with like a reckless abandon of
yeah. Oh, the other
don't
thing
care how this goes so that I'm going to be quicker to find good shit because.
Yes. Yes, that
because most people if you dip your toe in, you're gonna get
yeah.
oh my god!
If you dip your toe in, you get a wet toe, and that's about it. You gotta fucking dive. You gotta dive in. You gotta get arrested. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ruin families.
You need to kill someone for real and write a joke about it because then you'll know.
Yeah, you gotta slit someone's throat.
Did you really kill that homeless guy?
Yes. He deserved it. Okay.
I think all the homeless should die, so I thank you for doing that.
Looked him up later. His name was Frank Williams. He had 3 kids.
His name was Robert Paulson.
And no. His name... No. I looked him up later. His name was Meatloaf. And he did die at my hand. I killed him. Killed him dead. Okay. No, but I was never afraid to jump into any topic. Like there are certainly topics I shouldn't have jumped into as much as I did, but I didn't know that till later. You know what I mean? But
your coffee's here.
Hell yeah! Look at this.
We're gonna keep it rolling. I think.
Here we go. You are on camera. Does that make you happy? Sad? What are you feeling?
Actually, with the new angle, I don't know if you can be seen because
really?
Jess had to make it more forward facing towards him. So
I came in and changed things, baby. Okay. Well, anyway, back to how good I am. Listen, I don't want this to sound like I'm fucking bragging by any means, because I'm not that great. But I do have an awareness that I am better than I should be at this stage in time. And I'm extremely grateful for that. And I don't think that that's by any, God-given talent, as you said, at all. I think it's just because I didn't have as much going on as other people.
So were you spending a lot of that time working on it?
When I moved up to Asheville, okay, I started comedy here. The first mic I ever went to was at Comedy Zone, which I hated.
Yeah, do you have a aversion to that place because it's commercial or something? We don't have to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that anyway.
Coffee Underground is
a
very good mic. I like that mic.
Uh-huh.
I don't not like Comedy Zone. I've been back there and done well, and that's great, but it's just not really my scene. That's all.
Sure.
I'll say that. I'll say that.
Understood.
It's not really my scene.
Understood.
But it is other people's scenes, and they do well there.
Yeah.
And good for them.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that at all.
Uh-huh. I enjoy it. It's fine.
You go there a lot, don't you?
I go to everyone every week.
But you can feel the difference, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it is more of a club setting. It is clubbish.
I like it just because it's a club. It makes me feel like it makes me feel bigger than we are because we're on a real club stage. That's right. It's fun.
So you kind of you have to be on at that place. You can't riffing's never gone well there for me. It's
material.
Get to it.
But material that's good works, it seems there. So
for sure. But it is it's choppy water for a new comic to be doing comedy there. You've really got to be on your shit at that place, which is that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So back to where you started.
Yeah, I started. That was my first mic ever, and I started here, and I think I did comedy here for 3 or 4 months, and then I was like, I gotta hit more shows, because at the time there just weren't that many mics here.
So how many could you do a week? The 2?
Do what?
How many could you do a week? How many mics could you do a
2.
week? Okay.
Yeah, 2. That was
coffee
it. And so I started driving up to Asheville to hit more mics, and realized that at the time up there we had 5, and so I was like, I gotta go up there because I've got to hit more mics. And so I didn't have a plan, I didn't have a place, I didn't have anything. I just drove my car up there and lived in my car and worked. I had a job up there at a place that built satellites. Satellite dishes and shit, and worked in the storeroom there. But I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go to work, get off work, write for 3 or 4 hours, and then hit the mic that night, and then go back to my parking lot where I lived, and I would wipe myself down with baby wipes. That was my bath, brush my teeth, and go to sleep, and then do it again. Just over and over and over again for almost a year.
You were homeless for a year?
Yeah, almost 10 months, something like that. 10 months. The only reason it wasn't longer is because my car broke down and I couldn't fix it, and it got broken into. So, yeah.
Are baby wipes expensive?
No,
No,
David. Have you ever been to the dollar store?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap. You can save a fuck ton on water if you just start wiping yourself down with baby wipes. I know you got a shower and an apartment, but try it out.
Okay.
You might like it.
Do you really have Asperger's?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you talk about that in your set. I'm not going to tell a joke, but how? I don't even know what that is, really.
So it's a higher functioning it's on the autism spectrum disorder.
Mm-hmm.
So what I have is autism spectrum disorder, and where I am on that spectrum used to be called Asperger's. It's not really called Asperger's anymore, but that's what people know, so that's what I say. Because you have to say what people know in your joke, otherwise, So, yeah, and it just means I didn't find out until I was in my late 20s, and so for like 27, 28 years, I just thought I was a terrible fucking person. I thought I just sucked at life. And in reality, it's because like everything is just slightly off for me, and I didn't know what to avoid. Like now I can avoid situations and noises and shit that fuck with me, and my life is 1,000 times better.
So I don't understand what it is really. So it's on the autism spectrum. So certain
I'm
things...
mentally disabled. Do you want me to say the R word? Is that what you want?
No.
What the fuck is your problem? It's autism. What do you mean you don't know what autism is? It's a behavioral and mental disorder that makes it harder for you to live your life than normal neurotypical people like yourself, you fucking piece of shit. What's it like in there?
I don't know. I wonder if I have...
You probably got something.
I do.
You've got something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I know you're the saddest sad boy in Sad Town.
Yeah.
But that's all I can tell from the outside.
Sad.
Yeah. You got the depressed mode?
I don't know. I had the I had the people pleasing. Is that a disorder? Caring about what other people think? I tried to people please basically my whole life.
Yeah.
And wasn't. And I think I was supposed to be creative, but didn't have any outlet for it or any courage to actually do anything. I'd rather follow a career path that would be conventionally respected by my parents. And they didn't even pressure me. I built this in my own brain. So it's
they would have been cool with it. They were like, we thought you were going to be a dancer.
My parents are incredible. My whole family is perfect. Like I'm the screwed up one because I just made this thing. But yeah. So I think me asking about this is like, do I have this? I don't know. I don't think I do.
I mean, I can't tell if other people have it just by looking at them.
Okay.
It's not a visual. There's not like a big A on your forehead or anything. But you've got something. It could be Asperger's. Yeah. Who knows? It's like it's very hard to tell if you're high functioning. I don't like that term because saying high functioning makes it seem like to normal people that you function higher than they do. But in reality, high functioning autism just means you're way shittier at being a person than everybody else, but it's not as shitty at being a person as people who have like crippling autism.
Okay.
Right?
But people with autism, my understanding is there's like problems with like emotional bonding and connection and stuff relating to people. Is that part of what you have?
You could kill 40 dogs in front of me and I wouldn't care.
You feel nothing?
I feel nothing.
Okay.
That's a shame. like that's
you don't have empathy?
That would be my react. It's not quite that. I'd be angry at the person who was killing the dogs because don't do that. What are you doing? Why did you just walk into this apartment and start killing 40 dogs in front of me?
Right, but you just know it, but you don't feel it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I don't really feel empathy, period. Can that be the end of that sentence?
Okay.
I don't feel empathy the same way that other people feel empathy, I don't think.
Okay.
And it's hard to tell because I'm not inside everyone else's head,
mm-hmm.
but I know I'm not bothered by a lot of people, by a lot of things that other people are bothered by.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's an empathy issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think doing comedy has made you more calloused or less or?
Wow. It's made me hate drunk people more. Does that?
Rude audience members?
Has it made me more callous?
I
don't think so.
I use the word callous as a broad description of not feeling things as much, but
am I more numb to emotion
basically
than I was before? No, for sure not. I think it's about the same.
Okay.
But I can defense mechanism my way out of shit easier with comedy now than I could before.
Right.
Although I was always doing that. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, where's those dogs? Let's get it going.
I hate drunk people too. It bugs me. Since I stopped last year.
Oh, you stopped drinking?
Yeah.
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 How much were you drinking before you stopped?
Oh, dude.
Fucking 3 Zimas, bro. Fucking so many Zimas, dude.
I'm kind of just in a partying way on the weekends. So I was like, Friday night, time to go out, pop the clutch.
Did you say pop the clutch?
That's a saying. One of my fellow reps has a saying. One of my favorite reps. I mean, he's he would be older in his 50s, married, and he would encourage bad behavior of other reps. You like the guy.
Yeah.
He would always be in bed, but later be like, hey, David, you should probably go.
Do I know this person?
No, but I just know you'd get along with them.
I mean, that's pretty presumptive.
Yeah. No,
presumptuous?
You would.
Presumptuous?
Presumptual?
Presumptuous?
Presumptuous?
Presumptuous.
I think they both work.
Presumptuous. Anyway, it's pretty presumptuous of you.
Yeah. It used to be a shit show, though.
Yeah. I mean, you still are, but not as much, right?
Hopefully a little bit less of a car accident.
Now you sell surprise machines to birthday parties?
I always was selling stuff. Neptune.
I sell
the god of
saltwater to
hospitals,
blood farms.
Yeah.
Kidney. You sell kidneys?
I don't sell kidneys. No.
Okay. Well,
no, it's just equipment. I actually said the real name too, so I should probably think about how this is being edited. I didn't say the name of the company.
We can bleep it out, but I'm pretty sure people will catch on from the rest of the sentence where I say the god of saltwater.
Maybe. It's not that well known. Well,
you'll have to bleep saltwater too.
Yes. Do you still drink?
No.
No? Not at all?
I don't drink. I don't smoke weed. Weed's for poor people and stupid people, and I don't do it. And I don't drink. I'll have a beer every now and then, but...
Okay, so you didn't...
But I drink half of it and hand it to somebody else.
Okay.
Not during COVID, but like...
When did you stop drinking? Did you ever have like a part of your life where you were partying? And
dude.
I see nodding from...
I was addicted to prescription pain pills for 9 years. It was every second of every day was finding more pills. That was it. That was it.
From what age to what age?
And that's how I lost empathy.
Really?
No.
No, you had lost it before.
But it is how I killed a lot of dogs.
Okay. You had this one pill dealer that said, all right, how many puppies you got to kill 4? I got 3. I'm sorry.
I got 6 puppy heads.
Sorry.
How many pills can I get for 6 puppy heads?
Let me go downtown Greenville. There's a bunch.
I done tied them together. You ain't even got to do that. Give me the pills. I'll get out of here.
I'm sorry. We should be making light of this. This is horrible. 9 years.
I was addicted to prescription pain pills for 9 years, and basically like anything I could get my hands on if I couldn't get pills.
Mm-hmm.
I had a somewhat of an injury that I won't get into, but I was prescribed prescription pain pills, Lortabs at the time, because I'm old as fuck. Now they're Narcos, I think they're called.
How old were you?
Oh, Jesus. 19?
Okay.
20? 19.
Mm-hmm.
18. 42. What? 18, I think.
Okay.
I was doing math.
Doesn't really matter, 18 or 19. Get out with the story. Or...
I love how this is going. It's going great. I think it was 18, and I got prescribed them. And then, like, for almost a year, I was on them. And then all of a sudden, they were like, all right, no more. And I was like, fuck you. There's more. And I went and found it because I couldn't stop.
Do you blame them for this?
Blame who for this?
The people who prescribed it? Because that was long enough ago to where, like, did they really know, like, you shouldn't be prescribing people this?
They knew.
They knew?
They knew. Everybody knew from looking at the relevant literature on the addictiveness of prescription pain pills that everybody knew. They just kept pushing them out and still do. I don't, like... Who am I gonna? Who can I find?
I think they've reined it in a lot.
You know what I mean? Who am I
now.
gonna go to and be like, "This is your fault"?
No, I'm not saying you'd have any legal grounds.
It is, yeah. Well, we weren't. I wasn't saying legally. I was saying
some people.
Fucking stick that Neptune tube down your fucking throat. There's more uses than just sucking up blood.
I I should say this. I shouldn't say this detail, but we actually had a lawsuit where Neptune suctioned a lung, and
A man to death.
it's happened. I swear, this is true. We had a recall 2012. Yeah. I'm definitely cutting this out. But
Don't do it, man.
every machine.
Fuck the man.
Now we have a contraindication approved by the FDA. Don't connect it to a chest tube anymore.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I could have told you that part.
Well, see, that's part of the discussion.
You want to stick a vacuum tube on your fucking chest tubes?
No.
Not all tubes go together.
Dude, we can't talk about this.
Did you do this? Was it you that did it?
No.
You killed this man.
No. I just started at the company.
And that man's name was Rupert Murdoch.
And that, yes. Killed a guy. What was the guy's homeless name you made up that you killed?
Frank Williams.
Frank Williams. Yeah. Really
See that?
tragic. It's called
See me member stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
it's
good at
amazing.
membering stuff.
So I've heard of people who have large periods where they were addicted to prescription painkillers. Then they describe it as like a gap of memory. Did that happen to you?
It's totally a gap. You
don't remember specific
dude,
things?
I remember it. I remember it, but I don't like to, for sure. But it is a gap in the sense that, like, I don't feel like I had 20s. I don't feel like I had a 20s.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's a large part of what I'm doing right now in Asheville is like having my 20s and my 30s. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I kind of picked up where I left off.
Kind of. Although
Yeah.
I think you're definitely way more mature than somebody in your 20s. Dude, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I was gonna tell a really quick thing. No. It's gotta be.
No.
I thought this was about me. This is
Fine. Tell it. Just fucking tell it.
All right.
Hurry.
So, I went back to visit my family. I was going golfing with my brother on a Saturday morning.
Gross.
Went out on a Friday night with him and his bros in their 20s. I'm like, dude,
You were like, dude, it's Friday.
I'm
Pop
not
the clutch, bro.
Pop the clutch, bro. And I am still single, so I was like, well, I'll go out and talk to girls. I don't have a problem talking to girls that are in their 20s, but guys.
Yeah, no, I saw the fucking TikTok you made, or was it? It was just a short.
Yeah.
Sup, little mama.
Sup, little mama.
That was fucking genius, by the way. I'm such a big fan of that particular short that you made.
TikTok. Do you have
It's
TikTok?
hilarious. Yeah, I have one, but I don't use it much.
You don't put anything up?
Not recently.
No.
I was doing some stuff because I was trying to do like video game streaming and video game related content creation, but
Okay.
kind of.
Well, really quick.
Yeah.
I had to be at their apartment when they were going out to the bars beforehand, and I saw my little brother's pretty cool and mature and stuff, but his friends were like just talking in a way that I was like, I hate that I was ever like this.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Where's the pregame, bro? Is Bakker going to be there? We're trying to smash. I'm like, I hate myself because I was that. Like, I didn't hate that. Like, I was just like, so I don't think you're living out your 20s. You were not like that.
No,
like,
no. I'm saying I'm doing the things that I would have been doing in my 20s, but I'm doing them much more responsibly because I'm not an idiot. Like, I'm not
guess.
22.
Even
I'm not
so.
a fucking idiot, but like being in Asheville right now for these past couple years has felt a lot like what I would have been doing, the experiences that I would have been having, the thing, the fun parts of it.
Yeah.
Not the let's slit our throats and do a backflip off the mountain, bro. None of that. But like not getting people pregnant and all that shit.
What experiences besides comedy are you doing in your 30s?
What do you mean?
Well, you just said you're having a lot of experiences now that you would have had in your 20s. What are those besides comedy?
It feels like doing comedy feels like working toward a degree in a way. And hanging out with and meeting up with everybody and having friends at bars and like this close-knit community that we have in Asheville, the comedy scene. It's like I'm not investing money in stocks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fucking. What do 30 people do?
Oh, well, yeah.
What do people in their 30s do?
I don't know. I started doing comedy in my 30s because I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Should we stop doing comedy?
I can't, probably.
What are we doing here?
I don't know what else I would do. Where am I? What is this?
You have a nice mic right there. Why do we use these?
Because I did research. I bought this one. This is a Blue Yeti USB only mic.
I'm familiar.
And it doesn't work well. You need an interface. I Googled.
Oh, Jesus.
And then what are these mics called again? They're just
Raffones.
Raffones?
Yeah.
Is that really it, or are you screwing with me?
No.
Whatever these are called.
Timing, David.
Whatever type of mic this is, you
Uh-huh.
need that, and that plugs into the interface, which plugs into the USB.
I like it.
Yeah.
Cut this part out.
Whatever. What were we talking about?
How good I am.
How good you are. Let's get back to you. Let's get back to how you deserve a bigger audience. And
Okay.
And
Well,
I actually mean that. Okay. But I think it's interesting. You compared it to getting your degree.
Yeah, I mean that's what it feels like to me. It feels like I'm working toward like a degree. It's kind of a fucked up degree surrounded by fucked up people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real, but it's like, yeah, this is the first thing I've ever done where I felt like, oh, I'm good at this.
Okay.
And if I work hard enough, I can do this for a living.
Sure.
And so, yeah.
It feels similar to me to some things in college as well, with the friendships in particular.
Yeah.
Do you think your friendships in comedy are stronger than any friendships you've had outside of it?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of people that I'm friends with in comedy that yeah, I value those friendships a lot. Before that, I only ever had like very surface level friendships with people.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't say the kind of shit to normal people that you can say to comics.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's more than just that, though. I think it's also that the stand-up part is so hard, and like, I mean, you're all going through the similar emotions of like,
Yeah.
that nobody else does.
Right.
So just when you're around those types of people, you know, like, oh shit, like I'm probably this is gonna, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
or you
we
can
all
share
have
the same excitement and sharing
Right.
their successes, and
Right.
I mean that's how it is here. We're very like Care Bear supportive in Greenville.
That's what I
don't
hear.
think.
It's the Care Bear scene.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot like, you know, maybe we should be more mean, but
Not a lot of diversity down here.
no, we need
No,
more.
Mostly
We need
just
more.
comics that look like you.
We need more black people, more Hispanic, more.
I didn't say that. I didn't say those words. I just said not much diversity.
They
down
look like
here.
you too.
I'm gay.
What?
I'm queer.
Okay.
That's my beard. We never have sex.
Sorry, I was watching my sister fire a shotgun. What's up?
This is going great.
Nothing.
He just said he's
It's cool.
gay, and you're his beard.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, that's my beard over there.
Each other's beard.
Yeah.
Miss Persons.
Yeah, I count as diversity because I put other people's genitals in my mouth, and that makes me somehow a minority.
I need to get diagnosed with some mental condition so I can claim diversity.
Yeah. That's what I did. Like, fucking give it here, dude.
Yeah.
Give me something. They were
But,
like, how do you feel about Asperger's? I was like, I don't know what that is, but okay.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Shoot me up.
It's on the menu.
Fucking
It's-
download
it's in
Asperger's
the-
into my brain.
What is the textbook? What is the textbook of clinical disorders? It's like a
Oh, the Bible?
DSM. Yeah, she knew that. The Bible.
Timing. Timing, Dave.
It's genius. It's riffing. No, but I think the only other
Comedy.
comedy. The only other friendships I could compare to the comic things were the football friends I made
For sure.
in college. Not high school. Football in high school was like still surface level friendships, like you
Right.
said. But in college, you're like you watch film, you're in the classroom, probably even more so than on the field almost.
Yeah.
You're training in the off season. You share rooms on the road.
Yeah, there's camaraderie in the comedy scene for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I have a lot of friendships that I wouldn't have otherwise, with a lot of people I wouldn't have friendships with otherwise. It's a very unifying thing, you know.
So, goal setting.
Goal setting.
Are you big on goal setting?
My vision board is just a bunch of pictures of house fires. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Riffing.
Arson. Yes.
Yeah, I set goals. I set goals for myself. And I've achieved all of them.
Yeah.
I'm at the top of my
What are
craft.
Well, I wanted to ask about goals because you tripped me out when we were messaging the other night about, dropping some major Jordan Peterson references.
JBP?
And then,
Yeah, did you listen to
JP
that
Wave.
shit, by the way?
I did. After that conversation, I think we were messaging at like 1 a.m. for some reason. I was going to cookout after that.
Yeah, you were trying to hit me up.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
You texted me and said
booty call hour.
Said, "Hey girl, what that mouth do?" And I was like, "A lot. Does a lot."
Oh my
and then
God.
we started talking about Jordan Peterson.
Our lives together.
It's a natural progression of that conversation.
Yeah, but I listened to JP Wave. That was pretty good. Is that what it's called? Yeah, JP Wave.
JBP Wave. Yeah.
JBP Wave.
Jordan B. Peterson.
So, do you actually follow his stuff and like some of the practical psychological advice?
Yeah, dude. Jordan Peterson is the only reason I came out.
Really?
Jordan Peterson is the only reason that I'm doing comedy.
Tell me about that.
I just did.
No, but like how did what he said?
You should live truthfully. You should live tell the truth whenever you can. And I've been living a lie for a long time. I mean, even though I'm not in a relationship that would be considered a queer relationship, although maybe since we both have gender issues, but like I am queer. I'm bisexual, pansexual, I guess, right? Whatever the kids say these days. I don't know. I fuck everybody. That's what I'm trying to get at. And Jordan Peterson says, if you fuck everybody, you should live like you fuck everybody. And no, it's just like living truthfully and telling the truth. It's like it's so much more peaceful in your brain if you're not living a lie. You know what I mean?
I completely know what you mean.
And also, one of the things that he teaches is that you should have a goal that makes the suffering worthwhile. Like, do whatever you think would make your life tolerable if you did it. And that, to me at the time, I thought, well, if I could have a career in stand-up, that would make all the suffering of my life almost worth it, right? And so I started doing comedy. And the first time I ever came out to anybody, besides like maybe partners that I had, was on stage. Which was like, if you're queer and you want to come out, go to an open mic and get on stage and just start fucking riffing about sucking dicks. It'll go well.
That actually is the one place where like people wouldn't be off-put, surprised, or not supported at all.
People in Asheville think that I have a hard time doing comedy down here because it's like the Bible Belt, but nobody gives a fuck.
No.
Nobody cares. They just want to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Make people laugh. They don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. So pick a goal that makes the suffering worthwhile.
Yeah.
Why did you pick? Because you turned out you picked right, and
we'll see.
Well,
but
you naturally you have a knack for it. So why did you pick it?
I just always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. It's like, oh, stand-up comedy exists. Wouldn't that be cool? But you never really look into how you get started. What would you really do? And I was working fucking 16-hour days at this terrible fucking company in Simpsonville, and we were already together, and I was sitting in my truck one day on my lunch break, and it was like 5 minutes before I had to go back to lunch, back to work, and I thought, if I don't do something different, I'm going to kill myself. And it was so matter of fact that it scared me because I genuinely meant it. I was so miserable, and I had always wanted to try comedy. And so I looked up, like, where do you go? What do you do? And I found Comedy Zone, and I went and started doing comedy.
Did you go up your first night, or did you go to one and observe before?
I went to one and observed.
Okay. A lot of people do that.
Where I saw Christian Winkler bomb his ass off before I even knew who that was.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of people bomb because literally it was us and like 2 other people in the audience. That was it. And everybody performed for those 4 people. And at the time, I didn't realize how that was not a good thing. But
how it's not a good thing to not have that many people?
Yeah. And so they all sucked, obviously, because there was only 4 audience members. It was terrible. Right. It was a horrible show.
It's a no-win situation.
And then I was like, well, I can do this. I can be that bad.
Yeah.
And so I did. The next week, I went back and I wrote some shit, some terrible shit.
Yeah.
God, I don't even want to think about how bad it was.
Yeah.
And then I got up and I got a few laughs. And as soon as I got that first laugh, I was like, oh, fucking, I'm doing this forever.
Isn't it weird, the first laugh?
It's great. It's so cathartic.
Still waiting on.
What does cathartic mean? It's so great. It's like, I've been a drug addict. It's not a drug. People call it a drug, and I'm like, you've clearly never been.
Experience.
You've never been a hardcore drug addict, because it's not that. But it is very cathartic and meaningful. For me, it's the meaning in it. It's so meaningful for me when I'm on stage and I'm making everyone laugh and it's going well. It's like I couldn't imagine being anywhere else, doing anything else. If you gave me $10 million, I would still do stand-up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think it is about, you described how it feels, and that you wouldn't be anywhere else?
I don't know, man. It like competence?
What do you think? Not how it works, but like...
No, I don't.
Why it's a special experience. Like
I don't mean how it works. I mean, that's what I feel.
Okay.
When I'm on stage, I feel competent.
Okay.
I feel like I know what I'm doing. I'm good at this, and it's fun. It's like I've never been as good at anything as I am at stand-up, which is not saying a lot, because I was really bad at a lot of things. Right. I'm just saying this is the thing. For sure, I'm better at this than anything else I've ever done. And so for me, it just feels like I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually, you're kind of in sync. Like you're appropriately calibrated. Jordan Peterson talks about that as like your sense of meaning, and you should follow that. Yeah. And you can tell when you're on it. So that's what you're describing.
It's exactly
you're in the zone.
Exactly that. Which is why I attribute the fact that I'm doing comedy at all to him, is because that's what I was trying to follow, to find out what I was supposed to do and to make some meaning out of my life. It's
cool how it dovetails with the tell the truth thing. Yeah. Because people can gloss over that. That is a big statement. Tell the truth.
It's so hard.
You think just don't lie about stealing whatever.
Right.
It's way deeper than that. It's like people, like I run into it. Like, I don't know. I when people are fronting, sort of like they'll describe.
You mean everyone forever?
Everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the thing I can't stand is on a conference call when you can tell somebody's saying something that's just trying to sound corporate speaky and important, but they're not saying anything.
Dude, I will be homeless and dead before I go back to a job like that.
Yeah, and I don't have a lot of those calls, thank God. But
I'm not saying you should be homeless and dead. Let me be clear. You should do what you think is best for you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for me, like knowing that comedy is a viable option, like I'm never going back to one of those jobs. Like, I need a job, but I'm not going back to one of those jobs.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That whole corporate mentality is so fucking disgusting and sterile and mind-numbingly infuriating. Ugh.
There's a lot of people in that machine too. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people. Do you ever think about that? Do you ever think about like the benefit that you're providing as a comic if there's people in the audience miserable with their day jobs, and this is like
Jesus.
you are Nelson Mandela. You are.
Yeah, I am
This
the
is an
Martin Luther
altruistic
King.
mission.
I am the Martin Luther King of jokes about other people's dicks.
But it provides an escape for some of that, I think.
If I'm being honest, it's for sure a bonus. I like making other people laugh. I like that they're getting some enjoyment out of what I'm doing, but I'd do it either way.
Yeah, me too.
Even if going to a comedy show made you really happy, but then when you went home, you suffered 3 weeks of crippling depression because of that high, I'd still do it and not care that other people are suffering. I would still do it because I do it mostly for me.
Wait, if the one time on stage caused 3 weeks of depression and suffering for the audience?
Yes. Yeah. If my stand-up made people really happy for 30 minutes but then ruin their lives, I'd still do it.
Yeah.
That's not my fault.
Yeah. I still think it'd be worth it. That one moment was really beautiful, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I got
That's how life is. It's all going to burn anyway, you know?
Those 3 minutes of chuckles where, it's worth me watching your life crumble for me to continue doing that. I would definitely still do it.
Okay.
I'm just being honest. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
This is me telling the truth.
Telling the truth. I don't know. I don't even talk about this anymore, but when I made my stupid trailer for this, I wrote 2 rules on it, and tell the truth and don't kill yourself for the 2 rules.
Oh, those are good rules.
Yeah.
The second one is dark.
Well, I named the podcast. I did this instead of killing myself, so I thought I should specify that don't kill yourself as a position.
I think you should change the name.
It's too late. I could change it. Rebrand after season 2.
Listen, if you change the name, do some work on the camera angles, get better mics, get a better host. This could be something. This could be something.
If this was something else, it could be something.
Yeah.
If this just
For
wasn't,
sure. If this was different
if
in
this
every
wasn't
way.
what it is.
Yeah. If this was better in most aspects.
If this was just anything else.
Right.
Really.
The 6 people watching are dying right now. It's great.
Yeah.
I hear their laughter in the future echoing back through time.
You start by doing it badly.
Don't go in your head, David. Get out of there.
I don't care. Somebody said something to me last night that was interesting. She said she's come to open mics before.
Uh-huh.
And she likes the open mics because it's awkward. You never know what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. But she said she also likes the celebrity shows. She said sometimes she hates the celebrity comedian. Or doesn't hate them, but she's like, I can just tell. I know they're full of themselves. I know they know they're funny. And she said, I don't like that. So I immediately was like, that was really insightful. I didn't expect her to say something like that. Mm-hmm. And I asked this question myself a lot. How do you address ego with comedy?
Dude, I think comedy takes care of your ego enough, at least for me. Like, anytime I feel like hot shit, it's going to be a bad night. Yeah. I step on stage and I'm like, get ready for me. And it's fucking, I just tank. Mm-hmm. And it's horrible. There's, like, you've got to be right on that edge of, like,
competence,
self-awareness and like one foot in, 1 foot in order and 1 foot in chaos, right? And
look at
understand that you're right on the edge of your competence at all times, and be humble about that, and take risks, but don't be cocky about it. It's like I don't think anybody ever thinks that I'm full of myself on stage. I definitely have a somewhat of a persona, and I definitely know which jokes are going to work with the crowd just because I've been doing it long enough to tell most of the time. But I don't know. I don't have a problem with ego. Okay, David?
How dare you ask me that?
No, you know, it happens.
Yeah.
I get a little on the other side of where I should be with ego.
Like
And
too cocky or
yeah,
too,
for
too-
sure. For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Especially like think about like how quickly I got good. Like there was a 4-month period there where I was like, "Oh, I'm fucking amazing." But then comedy takes care of that in a heartbeat. It will
Yeah.
fucking
It purges it out of you.
oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Comedy will shove your face in the dirt and jump on the back of your head. And that's why we do it.
Can you tell me about the worst time you ever bombed?
Oh, God. I did a show. It was a mic in Charlotte? Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
Drove down to Charleston, and I did this show. Mostly urban room, mostly black room.
Okay.
And there was much more of a crowd when I first got there, so I got a little cocky. I was like, oh, hell yeah, this is going to go great. But then people...
More of a crowd. Okay.
Yeah, there was less of a crowd as the night went on, and then I went up to like a scattered room, and I came out like firing, came in hot, and just silence, and then by my fourth joke, this lady in the back was like, "You done?" And I went outside and cried. I cried.
Wait, so how did you get off and she said that, or did you?
No, I did my time.
How much time did you?
It was just 5 minutes.
Oh, God.
5 minutes. But that 5 minutes stays in my head. And it was like a mic, you know. I think it'll hurt more if I get to the point where people are coming to see me and then I still bomb.
Give it up for your headliner.
Yeah. that might wreck me beyond repair, but that show, that mic in particular, sticks out in my mind as probably the worst show.
Yeah.
What's your worst show?
Bombing. I've talked about it before. I was all black club in Atlanta.
Yeah, you see a theme here?
Mhm.
You notice a pattern here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
The problem is black people.
I love.
There's such a disconnect. Like there's such a cultural divide that
Well,
my stupid little white boy jokes about being gay and having Asperger's.
They just think they're stupid.
They just don't.
And I'm not talking about I'm talking about mine.
You think I'm stupid?
Your jokes to black people were stupid. No,
Yeah.
that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
I feel similar. Like, oh, this little clever thing. Like he
Right.
thought he was clever thinking
Right,
of that.
right.
And they're like,
Yeah, it's such a different experience being white and being black.
Right.
In America, there's such a cultural divide.
I mean, I'd like black rooms now.
I know
I just
you
didn't
like
know what
black
I was
people.
doing.
I'm not
No, I'm
accusing
not even worried
you
about that.
Okay, David wants it known that he likes black people. I mean, we didn't assume anything, but all right. Anyway, you like black people. Keep going.
No. No, I'm not.
There's such a cultural divide that in my experience, in my line of thinking with jokes, it's like if something makes me laugh, then all I have to do is phrase the first part of my joke in a way that puts the audience in the exact mind space that I was in when I laughed at it, right? But it's very hard to do that with people who have had a completely different experience than you
Sure.
in life, because the same things don't mean the same things
Right.
to them.
Mhm.
They could have completely different meanings. And so you almost have to like, it takes I don't know what it takes. I haven't been able to do it yet. I haven't been able to kill in a black club or a black room. I don't know if I ever will. I hope I do, because black rooms get crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take their clothes off and throw them at you.
Yeah,
I've heard.
the
I
energy.
don't
I've gone to a lot of celebrity shows with black comics here.
Yeah, they get very physical with their laughter. And it's
the energy
so
in the
great.
room is
It's
ratcheted
the
up
energy- yeah,
a bunch
for
of
sure.
notches.
for sure.
I love their shows. A lot of times I'm jealous because I don't understand exactly how they're killing
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know how to even remotely stylistically
Right.
do what they're doing.
Stylistically is the right word. It's very different.
Yeah.
It's so different. But I mean, I don't know. I make the drunk 24-year-olds in Asheville laugh. That's good enough for now.
Yeah. What are your goals in comedy?
Genuinely,
Yeah.
the goal for me is to be the greatest comedian who's ever lived and who will ever live. That's the goal.
For real?
I will never achieve that.
Mm-hmm.
I know I will never achieve that. But if my goal is anything lower than that, then I won't get as far as I would. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you really took that, set your mind on the highest goal you could
It's a
conceptualize.
transcendent value.
Yes.
There's
Your
like two
goal
people
is
really
the-
on board with what we're talking
Is
about.
the comedian, like the
Yeah.
Play-Doh of the forms. So there's a form of the comedian. You're trying to become that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
And
the form of a chair.
so
There's one chair.
there is
Yeah.
no universe in which I think I will ever become that good.
Mm-hmm.
For fucking sure. I'm never going to become that good. I got started late and I'm just me. You know what I mean? I'm not great. But if my goal is the highest it can possibly be, then wherever I land between here and there will be as far as I can possibly land. And I'll be very grateful for wherever that is.
Mm-hmm.
What's your goal? Be pretty good? You aiming at pretty good?
I don't have one because the approval seeking pattern of my life was always about goals. And I have an aversion in my brain to wherever I put a goal that reminds me of my
Right.
get straight A's, play football, get a
Right.
good job at a good company life.
Right.
As soon as I have that reminder, I'm like, I hate it. And that's why I hate, like, whenever it gets into like book shows, like I don't get booked very often, as I shouldn't, because I'm new. But like when those things do start to happen and I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable about the networking side when it feels like I'm sucking up just to get in with that.
Dude, don't worry about the networking.
But in general, the goal setting, that's why I don't have a lot of concrete.
I will speak on the networking thing. It's like, come out, be as funny as you can be, and be nice, and you'll get opportunities. That's all it is. It's the fucking schmoozing, goddamn. Oh, I liked your set. Fucking go fuck yourself, dude. You're not helping yourself or anybody else. Like,
You get a lot of schmoozers come up to you?
it's not. I don't get people schmoozing up to me because I don't really have any power within the scene, but I see it all the time. I see people sucking up to other people thinking that it's going to get them somewhere, and in reality, the only thing that's going to get you anywhere is being good.
Yeah.
Being good and easy to work with.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my only rule for myself. I don't try to go out of my way to network with people. I'm as funny as I can be, and I'm easy to work with, and I roll with whatever needs to happen. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Don't worry about networking. And the goal setting, though, that is a problem, because you got to have goals, man.
What are some beyond being the best in the world goals? Because that's
it, man.
That's not helpful. That's not,
No, I'll set goals for myself. Like, I need another 10 minutes.
okay.
How am I going to get that 10 minutes in this amount of time? I got to hit every mic I can possibly hit. I got to work out all this material. I got to write a certain amount of time a day. I fail at almost all of those things all the time.
Right.
But it's important to have those goals so that you get
You're better than
something
not
done.
having. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as far as like goals, I don't know. You see promos and shit for established comics, and they have like the Conan logo and all these logos. Like I have a picture, an image of myself with all of those logos on it on my phone. I don't use it for anything because that's
haven't.
that's
It's
not
not
true. Right. I don't use it for advertisement or promos or anything, but I have it so I can look at a picture of me with all those logos on it, and like that is possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you can visualize
Right.
being at that level,
Right.
and it's not weird to you.
Right. And then when I
Just like before you started stand-up, probably you didn't have any conception of what it would even be like to be on a stage, like,
Right.
or how to start. But now that part's more real. You obviously,
yeah, so I took a picture of myself and I cut my face out and I put it over Ray Romano's face, and I was like, this is possible. I can have a very lukewarm and shitty sitcom, just like him.
You know, like Everybody Loves Raymond.
I hate it.
I don't even remember it.
I hate it.
Um,
No, none of that ever happened. But I did, like, you just get good.
yeah.
Get good, kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's my advice.
Yeah.
Be better.
Be better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like goal setting, even though I have an aversion to it.
You just said you hated it. Are
I
you sucking
hate-
up right now?
No, I
What's
mean that's why
happening?
you freaking I showed you
Uh-huh.
my room.
Should
And
I
then I
share
had my
with
stupid
everyone
little-
what it says? I have so much power in this moment.
I don't care.
Go ahead.
I write
You
little. I write
tell
little.
them what it said.
I write little goals for myself.
Yeah.
One said, "Tighten and build inside." That note for me was some of my jokes were just like weird long premises, but they weren't
Mhm.
short enough, and I didn't have enough punched up periods. Like my laughs were
Right?
too far apart.
What'd the other one say?
Be humble and fun.
Be humble and fun.
Playfully mean, I think, was the other one.
I didn't see that one. I wouldn't have liked that one. But the humble and fun one, that's great.
Some of them.
That's a good thing to remind yourself to be.
Yeah.
Be humble and fun.
So
Those are two very good goals.
yeah, but those are kind of not concrete in terms of how you measure that. But yeah. So I do like goal setting in my other part of my life. Like
What other part?
it's worked.
In the selling
Yeah, it's
saltwater
worked.
gods to hospitals?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worked. It just wasn't, it was only partially what I needed because of creativity.
So you never had any creative outlet when you were a kid?
I always like
Ballet? Nothing?
bailed on it. I did choir. I did Green Bay like show choir. I was in the
Ribbon dancing?
I did show choir where you dressed in like really like sequins and so embarrassing.
Did you really?
I swear to God.
I demand to see pictures of this.
Oh, I don't have any.
You're gonna
My
see.
mom
You're gonna see a
does.
picture pop up right now. He's gonna put it in. It's gonna be right here.
Right
Here.
I was in one musical in middle school.
Uh-huh.
Then I moved back, and it was all about football, and that was more about what those high school musicals that are like all cliche, like I want to be a actor, but
Cokehead.
my dad wants me to play football, and I just
my
want to.
dad wants me to be addicted to heroin.
And I just want to do blow. Why can't you let me do blow, Dad?
It's my life.
I just want to be myself. This is who I am. No. But yeah, I always like video editing. I like that. That's my favorite in high school.
I've learned a good bit of how to do it, but I'm so bad at it.
I could.
Or I'm not so bad. They turn out well, but I hate it.
Yeah.
It's so
tedious.
It's so tedious, monotonous. Just like I think it's how they tortured the Jews, probably. Just making them edit
Can
YouTube
you edit
videos.
this premiere? Yeah.
I stand by that joke. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah. Video editing. Yeah. So what else would you do creatively with comedy? Like, do you have anything else you want to do? I thought you'd mentioned something earlier when we talked about TikTok.
What did I mention?
Like
TikTok?
digital shorts. Would you?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the world is such a digital landscape now, and you can really make it anywhere because you have this like we didn't have this 15 years ago. You know what I mean? You couldn't build a brand or a channel like that back then. You had to go through the proper channels and like fucking get on somebody's good side and please all the gatekeepers and
Right.
bullshit to be able to get a show or something. But now you can do all kind of shit, and I know that, and I'm doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I need to do more shit. I just haven't. Like, mostly all I focus on is stand-up, but I need to fucking...
Well, you're not doing nothing. Though.
What do you mean?
Doing stand-up is something.
Yeah, but...
It's the most important thing.
I mean, in the digital landscape, I need to be doing...
Well, it's way better doing what you're doing than the other way. Like, if you were just doing TikTok or just digital shorts that can be carefully edited and portrayed exactly how you... And you don't get any real feedback.
Yeah, you can't just be TikTok famous. You'll get shot in a movie theater.
Wait, did that happen? What story is that?
I don't remember. Somebody TikTok famous got shot in a movie theater the other day.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember, but that's what happens when you're good at TikTok.
Okay.
You get shot in a movie theater. Abraham Lincoln was amazing at TikTok.
So what would you build, though? Okay. What would you build on a...
What would I build? I want to. Okay, I have an idea, although I don't know that I should be sharing it. But I really want to like put together a group of comics and then like rent out a space where we all work on projects and riff and record all of the behind the scenes bullshit, help each other with each other's bits. And then like by the end of each video, you'd have like the final product of that bit while it's being performed on stage.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then everything that we would think to do with that sort of format, because we could do all kinds of shit. We could have fucking Nerf gun fights and whatever. Just a group of friends who are comics who talk about comedy in the same way that like maybe... Do you know who the Corridor Crew is? Visual effects artists. Look them up. It's a really good channel. But they do like CGI work and visual effects work.
Okay.
But they're always making projects and doing them, and you see all of the behind the scenes and all of the interpersonal relationship dynamics between them, and like it's a really cool, fun, entertaining thing to watch.
Okay.
I want to do that same thing but with comedy.
Okay.
I think that would be fun.
So there'd be like an office where everybody goes in, everybody's working on their stuff.
Don't call it an office.
A workspace, a shared area.
It's a shelter.
Everybody's homeless.
It's the comedy shelter.
We only take homeless comics.
It's called.
I want to bring in the homeless.
No.
And have them write jokes.
Yes.
That's
brilliant.
In exchange for food.
In exchange
this
for,
isn't funny. Write it
in
again.
exchange for a phone call with your daughter that you haven't seen in 20 years.
Do you want to talk to your daughter?
Write a good joke, motherfucker. You want to talk to her or not?
I see that coming a mile away, dude. Come on.
You saw what coming a mile away?
The joke the homeless guy wrote that wasn't good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Have you heard of Shane
Gillis? Yeah.
Do you like what he and his... I don't know a lot about his friends.
His sketches are great.
Yeah, dude, I like his sketches.
His sketches are great. Very interesting rise to fame and then immediate fall.
Right.
Or simultaneous rise and fall. I don't know what that was.
Yeah. He was hired on SNL.
Yeah.
Offered the position officially, and then they found some old tweets. Was that what he got?
I think
canceled?
It was an old podcast episode where he said something.
Okay.
He said some bullshit, and then they were like, "Yeah, we can't let you be on this show."
Yeah, I thought there was a progression too, where like they were gonna let him stay on if he gave the apology as written.
Well, I think
he
they
didn't feel
thought
comfortable with that.
I think they thought that would be enough, but then I don't even think he got to the point where he could give that apology.
Yeah.
I think
like
people
the flames
freaked out
were
about it
stoked
so much that he couldn't even apologize.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Is
But
that the path you think you want to go
Get canceled?
with your career?
Get canceled intentionally?
Yeah. Do you want to establish that backstory now?
I
Go ahead. You say something horrible and reprehensible, and then 12 years, I'm guessing, from now, when you get on SNL, they can look back at this and be like, see, he said he loved black people, but you can tell he didn't mean it.
He said it like
That'll be enough
He said
by
it
then.
like people say, I'm not racist. I have so many black friends.
Do you have any black friends?
Yes. Not that it matters.
Do you, though?
Not that it matters.
Do you, though?
I don't know if I have any friends. I don't trust anyone. I don't know. I have a lot of self-doubt.
I can tell. It's all good.
It's good. I'd rather have you have that. Yeah. Anyway, I love Shane Gillis' sketches, and he's just doing it on his own.
Well, it's not on his own. It's called Gilly and Keeves.
Right. What I mean, it's not on anything.
Right.
It's on YouTube.
It's definitely a two dudes in a garage type of thing, which I respect so much.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any experience acting? Would you ever want to be an actor?
I've been told that I would probably be good at it, and I'd love to do, some parts, but I don't want to like be an actor. You know what I mean? That would be terrible. Having other people's lives in my head. I can't do that. Can't let them go. I'm always just driving around in my car being other people. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's enough of me as it is.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
I can't do that.
Yeah, trying to become another person.
Yeah, no. God,
I just thought of it in those terms.
I can barely be me.
I don't even know who I am.
Yeah. I could tell.
Where are we? What is this?
What's my name?
What is
But
this?
yeah, I don't want to deal with that. But like comedic movies, comedy movies, I'd do that.
What's your favorite comedy movie?
Oh God, An Inconvenient Truth. Pause.
I don't remember that movie.
Pause.
Oh, is that Al Gore? Yeah.
My favorite comedy movie. Let's
Man
see.
Bear Pig.
God. Jesus, there's so many. I don't know.
Hasn't been a lot lately.
Well, that's true. Fucking cancel culture.
I know.
Let's get into
The
it.
frickin' libs. I hate that topic.
Fucking libtards.
Can't say anything funny anymore.
God damn it, if I want to hang my truck nuts off of my fucking American flag, I goddamn will. Right?
Right.
Blue line. Thin one.
Right?
Thin one.
Right?
You got a blue line? But mine's thinner than yours.
Was that the cop thing on the flag?
Yeah.
I have a t-shirt with that.
Thin blue line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Support the police.
I saw a dude
Or defund them. I don't
driving
care.
over here. This dude could not wait to get around me. And when he did, he had the fucking Constitution on his back windshield. What's that called when you wrap it? The graphic? What's it called?
I don't know.
Yeah.
A car wrap.
Sure. He had the fucking Constitution.
I think that's
with an
beautiful.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
You don't respect the Constitution?
No.
You're too smart to not respect the
No.
Constitution.
Why would I respect?
I like that you hate that guy's sticker because that guy probably doesn't care. But the Constitution's...
He thinks he does.
Yeah,
But he doesn't really.
Right. You hate the Constitution?
I fucking hate the Constitution. What if that was my stance? I fucking hate it. Burn it. No, it's just some wacky shit some old dudes wrote down a long time ago. Like, what
Wipe
if
my
we're
ass with
all
that.
the same? That's not how the life works.
No.
Some people are better than others. That's why I hate the Constitution. Reversed it.
Yeah.
I'm racist, and therefore I disagree with the Constitution
believe
because
this.
it says we're all equal. And I don't think that should be the case.
Yeah.
Some people are born better.
And it should stay that way. And we should do everything we can to prevent upward mobility.
No, dude. Those dudes had wooden teeth. And fucking, they had to go out every morning and drain a bird for its blood to write with. And they dip their pen in bird's blood. And they'd fucking squiggle on some goddamn graham crackers or whatever. And that's the Constitution. Does that sound like something you want to follow?
Graham crackers? What did you just say?
Dude, I don't know. Sometimes riffs don't work out.
Yeah, I didn't think birds were real either.
Oh, Adam's super into that.
Yeah.
Adam super doesn't think birds are real.
Yeah.
I think he means it, though. I think he genuinely
They
believes
do look
birds aren't
trippy
real.
up close. If you see one downtown,
Oh, man.
just
You can't get close to him.
they're like spastically moving like a robot would. Like,
Yeah, exactly like a robot would. For a long time I thought grasshoppers were tiny little cameras.
Really?
Yeah. One got into my room and I was like, I don't know about this. You know?
Yeah.
I went through at the time I didn't know what it was, but now I recognize it as like a derealization phase in my life where everything seemed fake. Just everything was fake. Everything was plastic, and I would look at a billboard and just want to cry. And like everybody's cars looked like toy cars. They felt like toy cars to me. They didn't look like them. They looked like regular cars, but like everything just felt fake. How did we get on? Oh, cameras. Grasshoppers, black people, Constitution, Shane Gillis.
I asked you your favorite comedy movie, and you're still stalling.
My favorite comedy movie. Dude, I don't know. There's so many. How can I pick one? Name one. I'll tell you if I like it or not.
I'm just looking at my own DVDs. Liar, Liar.
Sure. A goose. Yeah, I love that one.
Here goes. I spat about too close.
That's in the outtakes at the end.
I love Jimmy.
Where he's got the paper and then he crumples it up as a goose and he goes, a goose. Yeah. That's the funniest part of that movie.
Yeah.
I could take or leave the rest of the movie. That part is hilarious.
Dude, I think there's so many better movies.
It's great.
Hey, great gift, Dad. Thanks, son. I love how he shits on the stepdad or the boyfriend.
Name another one.
Name another movie. MacGruber.
I've never seen that.
Oh my gosh.
What is that? MacGruber?
MacGruber. It's starring Will Forte.
Who's that?
I can't believe you haven't seen MacGruber. He was in SNL for a while, but he wasn't like a main.
What is that?
SNL?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is exhausting. You don't remember the MacGruber sketch?
No.
Are you just screwing with me, or I'm going to
No,
waste
I'm
time
not fucking
describing
with it.
this?
I don't know what MacGruber is.
It's a playoff MacGyver. It was like a 30-second or less sketch that would recur in each show, and he would be trying to defuse a bomb.
Right.
And he'd say something just ridiculous, racist. He would be like a clueless guy.
Sounds like it went well.
And then the bomb would blow up.
Right.
As the punchline.
Oh,
but I
vaguely remember.
They made a feature-length movie about it, and it's Jorma Tacome and like all the Lonely Island boys wrote it. Will Forte starred in it. It is one of the funniest.
I love Lonely Island.
Yeah, you do.
Dude, Sam, what's his name?
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg is fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Like Hot Rod. It's kind of like.
Oh God, that was great.
Okay, give me a movie. I'm not going to talk about movies.
How Stella Got Her Groove Back. That's one of my favorites. What else?
I don't know.
Dude, I cannot think of a single comedy movie right now.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Well, I mean, we're over an hour, 20 minutes. So
Is it? Hour 20? Well,
Yeah.
let's do another 10 just on black people.
So,
What do you think?
Morgan Freeman.
The most beloved black man in America, in the history of America, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about him?
I used to think he didn't age, but now it makes me sad because he's aging and and he's gonna die.
It caught up. It caught up.
Father Time
Catches up.
just gets everybody.
Time catches up.
I'm insecure about aging. You know, I think I still look to guys like Paul Rudd and Tom Brady and think maybe I could.
Dude, Paul Rudd. What a fucking national treasure Paul Rudd is. He's so great.
You like him?
I love Paul Rudd.
What
One
do
of
you
the
like?
greatest actors.
What do you like him most for? Or are you sarcastic?
I love
or do you think?
literally everything Paul Rudd does. I love.
Yeah.
He plays the same character in every movie he's ever been in, and yet I love it every time.
Does he?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought his character in 40-Year-Old Virgin was my favorite. Do you remember how he's just hung up on that girl and he's like horribly depressed?
Yeah.
And he's just shitting on everything that they all want to do.
Yeah. God, him and Jason Bateman.
Okay.
They both play the same
I
character
don't like
in every
Jason
movie they're in.
Bateman.
I love Fuck you.
Pick this up.
Fuck you. I love Jason Bateman.
Yeah. I don't like him.
Is this how it ends? Is this how the podcast ends?
It could. I don't like how he plays the straight man. So, I mean, I don't know.
He plays
he's
the straight
same
man
guy.
so well.
But he's the same guy.
You put Jason Bateman and Paul Rudd in the same room,
Wouldn't that be a thrilling movie?
It will be
Jason
a movie.
Bateman, Paul Rudd.
Yeah. White Room. That's it. That's all you need.
Not a lot happens.
Yeah. I'd watch 12 hours of that. I would watch an episodic series of Jason Bateman and Paul Rudd in a white room.
Mm-hmm.
With my pants off. If you know what I'm saying.
I do. Yeah, that might be more for you than
think
for
you do.
for general
I
audiences.
meant I'd be masturbating.
Right. Yeah. There it is.
Oh, you did? You did know what I meant.
I did know what you
Okay.
meant. Yeah. I'm just contemplating how we could wrap this up more productively. What else? What did we talk about? Who's your favorite comedian?
My favorite.
What a brilliant
comedian.
question.
Yeah.
for
No,
a
that's a
comedy
good
podcast.
question. Probably Chris Porter.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, dude. You're welcome.
Okay.
You're going to really enjoy that. Chris Porter, one of the most underrated comedians in the world, in the history of comedy.
Is he big?
So good. He's so good. He's done a lot of big things, but I don't think he ever got the credit that he deserved. And I mean, he's still at it, so he may still, but you know.
How old is he?
God, I don't know. 40, I think.
Okay.
So, well, don't count him out because he's 40.
I'm not.
In 8 years, you'll be 40.
I know.
So,
Less than that.
yeah, I know numbers.
Shit.
Yeah, this is when you break on camera.
What am I doing?
I'm 32. Oh my God. Yeah. Look up Chris Porter.
Chris Porter.
And you all look up Chris Porter. All 6 of you look up Chris Porter too.
Okay.
Because he's fucking fantastic.
Okay.
Both of his comedy specials that he has out. I think he's only got 2 out, but all
Where
his
can you watch his
albums are great,
specials?
too. YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man,
Any
I wish
other
I
ones?
could remember the name of it, of the one that's so good. But he's got a punchline. One of his punchlines is "Have yourself a Sherwin-Williams Christmas," which is fucking just by itself. That's such a great punchline.
I could see why you like him.
Why?
I feel like I can think of punchlines from you that are obscure local brands. Actually, Sherwin-Williams is not local.
Pretty national.
That's national.
Pretty big company. Sells paint lots of places.
You have commercial.
Going
Actually,
back
I
on
don't
what
know
you
if this
just
is even a
said.
thing. It's,
Yep.
there's a
Okay. Now he's
there's the car dealership joke I was thinking of,
doubting himself,
and the coffee.
scrambling to
Is
get
it a
out
gas
of that
station?
mistake he made just now.
It's not a mistake.
What?
It's not a mistake. It's something you would think
Sherwin-Williams.
of. Have a
Pretty big
Sherwin-Williams-
brand.
Have a
David.
Sherwin-Williams Christmas
Yeah.
is something you would say.
Chris Porter's fantastic.
moving
I
on.
also love, well, I can't say his name anymore.
Why not?
Well,
Bill Cosby?
yeah, I love Bill Cosby. No. I don't know. Let's see. Chris Porter, I love. I mean, John Mulaney's great, but for different reasons.
You know he just got back onto coke?
He got back into coke.
He had a problem.
He
And then
started doing coke again.
Yeah, and then he's now back again. But
Just do coke. You know what I mean?
just
If you're gonna do it, just do it.
Mhm.
Don't be in and out. Nobody likes someone standing in the doorway.
Right.
Just fucking step in or step out. Pick
Mhm.
one and ride it out.
yeah,
That rhymed,
just set a goal.
I think. Set a goal and achieve it.
Right.
How
Cocaine's
many
a-
grams of coke are you gonna do by the end of the weekend? And then do it.
Right.
And then just do it.
And it's like double for that because Jordan Peterson talks about that.
Coke all the
It
time.
activates the same dopaminergic
Yes,
reward system
dude.
as achieving a meaningful
You
goal.
can't even feel meaning
So-
without cocaine in your system,
Right.
right?
So what if your
He
go-
went to rehab.
what if your meaningful goal was to do cocaine?
Yeah, well,
Then you're
it's-
just like
it's
that's like
a
hyper.
pretty good fucking goal if you ask me.
Yeah. Okay.
Cocaine, everybody,
All right.
do it.
Well,
Is that how it ends?
do you have any advice to share for
Stop
comics?
being an asshole. I'm talking to you specifically. Stop being an asshole.
Stop being an asshole.
Yeah. Always wear shorts on stage. Always step on laughs. Don't let them laugh. They start laughing, you speak over them. You fucking shut them the fuck up. right?
You give them your permission.
You're here. You're
to
here
laugh.
to be heard.
This is about you.
Fucking get good.
Get good.
Get good. That's what I'm trying to do.
All right. Before we sign off officially, you have any like YouTube channel you
Yeah, I
want to
got a
promote
couple
and share?
YouTubes.
And your Instagram. Where can people find you?
If you want to see some of my comedy, I've got a few videos up on my channel. It's just youtube.com/Jess Cooley, I think. And you should be able to figure out how to spell my name if he spells it right. So that'll work. And then hit me up on Facebook. Tell me you saw this. We can do coke together. Fucking whatever. Who knows? Who cares? Fucking look me up or don't. It'll be great.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
You made a drive to come here. Really appreciate it.
I enjoyed it.
And I do seriously look up to you. So, yeah, that's why it took so long. But appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you having me on. And there's nothing to look up to. I'm just a dude, I think. That might change. It might change. Just say you heard it here first.
To be determined. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Bye, everybody.